I would have to say, really, I'm so scared to get heartbroken, and that stage it gets past really not fast, but over time. But I don't like living in it, so I would say being single would probably be a great start.
It feels safe because it feels safe.
Your style is unique. It's fun, a little quirky, but you know how to work the room with your personality and your own testimony. It's all yours, raw, here, and uncut. Different stories that you'll never believe. It's not just my style. This is your style too. It's Lex Style.
Hey guys, it's Lexis Mercedes here, and I'm with Lex Style. We're back with another Wine Wednesday, this beautiful Wednesday. I'm so excited for this topic. I'm your host, Alexis Mercedes, and it's not just my style, it's your style too. Now, you know how we do every Wednesday. We get our wine, we get our wine glass. We're going to sit back and relax and just enjoy this lovely, beautiful topic I have for you today. I have a very special guest here who is going to join me. So let's pour our wine glass. Ooh, 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 not too much, not too much. Don't do it too much. And we're going to put our glass up. We're going to cheers to another beautiful week. We made it through midweek, and we are going to get right into it. I can't wait to introduce the next guest. And cheers. So let's take our sip. I got some sweet peach flavor. You know, it's something nice, little sweet, little razzle dazzle. And today's topic is going to be, would you rather be single or taken? We're going to talk about some different events that's been going on in the media with relationships, celebrities, and basically it's real. The title's real simple: single or taken. Which one you rather be in this day and age in 2023 when dating? So I'm going to have a guest here named Nat. I call her Nat, and she's going to give her perspective. If she'd rather be single or taken, and why? Because these dudes ain't none. So we're going to get right into it. Okay, guys, I have Nat here joining me today on this lovely Wednesday. Nat, let them know what you do for a living. What are you doing now? You know, a little bit your age. You know, this is not a dating app, so you ain't gonna get super stuff.
I am single. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I would say that I do a little bit of everything. I am currently going to school, so I'm a studious. I'm trying to get educated, and I do a little bit of everything from social media content management to, gosh, you name it. You know, I think in this day and age, we do a little bit of everything, and it's been fun.
Yeah, that's great. So, what do you like about school so far? Is it teaching you anything that, because she's great with media. If you need content, if you need to, get your podcast out there like I am trying to do right now, or you need some footage, some behind the scenes, call her. Is school teaching you anything, right now, as far as what you want to do? Do you feel like you need schooling at the moment?
Yes, so I'm neither for or against school. For me, I went back because I actually found what I felt was my calling. And one thing that I'm also doing with school is the internship program that I'm part of is about entrepreneurship and how to build a small business. So this program actually helps women of color.
So how old are you, by the way?
Take a guess.
I forgot. Oh, 25?
26?
Oh, stop. I was I know she was right in the middle. We're not too far in age. I just turned 30, so we're not too far off. So the topic, is single or taken. It's so hard, I feel, to date. I feel like every year gets harder because there's more ability to meet anybody you want. A lot of people don't really take dating serious, I feel like, these day and age, because it's just so much access to so many people all around the world. So what are you doing at that age? Do you feel man, do you want to get married, or you just want to be out here hot girl summer?
Just kidding. Truthfully, you know what, I have gotten to a point where I feel like I want marriage. And I think that in this day and age, yes, there's so many people that I guess you could say are available in all these dating apps. But really, I feel like no one is really ready to settle down until I feel that they are grounded with themselves. And by that I mean knowing what they want, knowing what values, knowing what kind of life they want for themselves. In fact, I'm still trying to figure that out for myself because it's not easy. And I mean, I'm going back to school, you know, I'm trying to focus on my career. And I just feel like right now relationships are like the least of my worries. I mean,
but what if someone comes at you and approaches you? You know, you're studying, and then someone just slides in your DMs. Do you go? Well, obviously, you know, internet. You have to go by first appearance because you don't know these people, and then you might know them, but haven't met them, ran into them in a long time or whatever. So, do you feel like it's a distraction with school? If someone was to approach you right now?
No, I'm open to it. I am learning to open my heart again and learning to love again. I think that when you love yourself, you show up to the world differently, and you actually start attracting different type of people as well. Because when you're walking around like a boss babe, people are gonna be like, oh, okay, like we're not gonna mess with her.
Yeah.
And then the people who are intimidated by you, you don't want them. No offense, not in a mean way, but it's like I want someone who's gonna challenge me. It's someone who's gonna be like, okay, like what's going on?
And I think it's most important too of how you surround yourself, your environment, to meet those people that you want. You're in school, you're making boss moves, you're working, you want to build a career, so you have to kind of network, I guess you would say, in order to meet that right person.
Yes.
Would you date somebody in school?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I'm just, you know, doing some homework and I happen to look up and I'm just
the
like,
little school teacher,
am I gonna make
movies?
some accidental like eye contact with someone?
I think that's the best way, when you just run into someone naturally without being forced. No shame to the dating apps because I've done them before, but it's also nice when you just run into somebody like the movies. And oops.
100%. You know, I had a funny quick story. So a couple years ago, I was just sitting down doing my homework, and this gentleman comes and he sits at the table next to me, and like we just obviously it didn't work out, but we felt like this kind of like spark, I guess, you know, and we were like kind of like glimpsing at each other, and then finally we started talking, and like we just started talking about like the randomest things about school, about like different topics, and it was interesting, you know, and I did not expect that because I do feel like this day and age people are just so used to like, hey, let me DM them. Or it's just,
I feel like it's kind of the easy way out or in, or because it's like you're DMing someone, but you're saying things that you probably wouldn't normally say. You're acting as if someone that you're not. Rather, in person, you can see someone's facial expressions, you can see their hand gestures, you can see how they really are.
Yeah.
But you could be doing anything, typing anything. I mean,
no, 100%. I mean, everybody has their own story, but I will say, you know, I think the little butterflies that you get when you just like, oh my gosh, like how you said, like bumping into each other, or like you look at each other from across the room, and it's just kind of like,
I love that stage. I never wanted to
so
end.
Kitty. I know,
the
it's
little
so
puppy.
Kitty. No, but you know what hurts? When it doesn't go anywhere. You're just like, oh, I should have said something. Or I wish he would have said something.
Well, you're Aquarius, right?
I am.
So I don't know, maybe you too, but I get over things quick. Like, I can like a guy today, and then tomorrow I'm like, oh, I don't like him anymore. It doesn't give me that same feeling.
A little like,
I mean, he didn't have to do anything, but it's just like, oh, the feeling kind of went away.
A little bit, I admit, but I think it really comes down to also finding your person. I feel like when it's not, I mean, that's the whole point of dating, like, so you can get to know someone, see if they're like your fit, your match or not, and if it doesn't, then, you know, it was fun while it lasted. And
then mostly with celebrities now, it's hard for them to date, I would say. I mean, I'm not a celebrity, obviously, but
do you know who I am? No, I'm just kidding. They're like, who is this?
They're like, who don't you bring on your show, girl? Don't mind her. They do what normal people do. They date. It's just in the public eye. They can't just go to the restaurant. They just can't, you know, get to know someone different people because it's like, oh, you're a quote unquote hoe because you're on a date with this dude, and the next day you're with this dude, and this. But it's just like, that's dating. You're supposed to explore your options and flavors of what you want. So I think I would rather not be a celebrity, so I can have my privacy in my private life. And I don't know, I take people what they say to heart. So I'm just like, I can't do it.
And I mean, I'm not just defending celebrities. I can't even talk. I'm not defending celebrities in any way. I mean, like, I don't know their lives, but I think just a general rule is like, nobody really knows someone and nobody really understands what someone is going through other than oneself or those like who are really close to you. So it's like, I mean, I wouldn't want to be in the public eye. Like, I get scared sometimes. I'm just like, I don't want to get trolled or canceled.
Yeah, it's really scary. Especially if you're a private person and then you get into that life and they're like, oh, well, this is what you asked for. It's like, yeah, I asked to make music or do this, but I didn't really ask to get deep into my business. No. But I guess that's how bloggers like me make money. telling people's drama. So the ultimate, so would you rather be, in this day and age right now, 2023, would you rather be single completely or having a partner while you're going to school, while you're growing with someone as you're going through your journey?
I will admit that maybe like there's a small piece of me that kind of wants to stay single right now, because I feel like this is just such a big transformative moment for me that I feel like I'm learning to love myself in a different way. I am finally putting myself first and accomplishing all the things that I have been struggling to do. And so, I mean, if somebody comes into my life and they're supportive and we're able to just like blend our lives together and it's just so smooth, then great. But if not, right now it's like I have to really make sure that I keep my eyes on the prize.
Yeah, because people have this like time. Well, women mostly have a time clock of like, okay, I have to get married at this age. I have to have kids at this age. But it's really, you really don't have to follow those type of rules now. You can just move at your own pace. Man, it doesn't really matter. They can have kids whenever. Just make sure you're still pumping and grumping. And make sure you're still doing your thing.
Well, do I have a story for you? No, I'm just kidding.
I hope it's not about pumping and grumping.
No, it's not that story. I am guilty of actually having that timeline. So I kid you not, I am guilty. Like 3 years ago, I actually was having like a little bit of like an argument with my then boyfriend, was because I was like, okay, like, do you want to have kids? He's like, I don't know, like, no, not really. I'm like, well, I want kids. And I was like 23 years old. Like, what did I know at 23 years old? Okay, I mean, some people do. No shame to those who like have kids. Everything, you know, to each your own. But how do I explain this? I started putting that timeline on him. Like, I want to be married by like 28. I want to have kids by 30. I want to be a young mom. You know, my eggs, like, they're not gonna last very long. Like, I'm afraid that I can't have kids. Like, all this fear. And it's
a lot of pressure too. What's around you?
Oh gosh, yes. I mean, as women, like, another thing too. It's like, oh well, guys start to date younger girls. That's a whole other conversation. And that, you know, and when you start to hear that at that age, or like, oh, you're 26 and you're not married yet, or like you see everybody around you getting married, having kids, and you're like, okay, like, am I doomed? Yeah. Like, what's gonna happen to me? Or am I doing
this right?
There's something wrong with me? Like, you know, it's definitely
nothing's wrong with you, girl. Nothing's wrong
Again,
with you.
do you know who I am? No, just kidding.
Like, you don't know who I really be in these streets, girl. No, but I really think it's how you grew up. You see family, you see friends. At an older age, they're alone. They might not say it, but you just see that sadness of wanting a companion. So you try to live higher than those expectations. Yeah. But just everyone's time is different. So you see that, and you see the other people that are getting married, successful, happy. But I'm telling you, everyone has their own type of trauma, their own drama, their pros and cons. So we just kind of got to live through ourselves and just go with the flow.
Honestly, like, I think that's what we tend to forget when we're able to tie ourselves back to just this moment and just let things be. And it's so, like, it's a lot more peaceful that way. and also reflecting back on like what you have accomplished, what you have healed from, the trauma, the stuff, like you've made it this far. Like, hello, let's celebrate that. And everything else will just play it on its own. Like, I am grateful for everything that's happened to me up until this point, because if it wasn't for all the experiences, including the trauma, including oh, sorry. Unfortunately, but it has made me resilient, it has made me strong, it has made me really appreciate life in a different manner, and for that I'm grateful for, you know.
And you choose different type of men, you kind of
100%. Oh my gosh,
I feel like every guy that you probably been with is who you were in that moment, so as you grow you just meet more sophisticated.
The people you actually date are a reflection of yourself.
So
whatever stage you are in your life, that's what reflects back. So looking back, I'm like, damn.
You're like, ooh, I was ugly. I was not ugly, like, look, but I was like ugly personality, and I was doing too much.
I wouldn't even say necessarily ugly. It's just like the lack of self-love. I feel like, especially with social media now, it's so hard for a lot of women to really love themselves, because they're constantly comparing themselves to what they see. Like, oh my gosh, I'm seeing this with like middle schoolers now. I'm hearing stories about
my god, if I was in school now, I would literally
I used to wear my little t-shirt with the little monkey on it, you know, the little bubble gum shirts, like, and with the
now
bangs.
you gotta be beat, you gotta be hot on TikTok, you gotta be the coolest, you know, the coolest,
the trendiest, like you have to follow everything. It's a lot of pressure. Honestly,
I thought it was pressure then, but it's getting way more worse.
Yeah, it's getting really difficult. And so tying back to self-love, that's what kind of ties it back to why that relationship sucked. I put up with a lot of shit that I really shouldn't have. Yeah. And if you guys are listening, I can't say mean words now.
Don't get me abandoned.
We're above that.
I would have to say, really, I'm so scared to get heartbroken, and that stage it gets past really, not fast, but over time. But I don't like living in it, so I would say being single would probably be a great start.
It feels safe. Because it feels safe.
Because if I see one thing, DM, a comment, I'm gonna be like, oh my god. Like, that's not just me being insecure, it's just I pour so much into something, whether we're dating, talking, I'm getting to know you. So that's why I just would want to be single right now, just in general. Because I'm speaking for other women as far as what everything is going on now. It's just so much access to so many people. And it is competition. I know people are like, oh, no, I'm not in competition with nobody. Like, I'm my own person, which is good, but you just never know. It's like, so many beautiful people everywhere. I'm not just talking about America. I'm talking about Brazil.
Okay, confession. I went on Hinge and I put my location in Spain because I was just, I was considering moving to Spain at one point. I was always against dating apps, but I was like, you know what? It's a little boring. Let's just put it in Spain.
Yes, I always like the Spain, Italy, UK vibes. So now we're gonna get into a little game.
Okay.
I'm going to name some different dates and different things, and you're going to say which one you rather do.
Okay.
So would you rather picnic or movies?
Picnic. I am a very, let's talk, let's, have a little fun. Movies, I get a little antsy, too. I'm just like...
is the movie over? Is the movie over?
Or when the action's about to drop, like, oh my god.
Okay, candlelight dinner or cooking at home?
Ooh, that's tough. You know what? Cooking at home. Believe it or not, a lot of people don't think that I know how to cook or that I like to cook, but I actually do like to cook. But I just feel like I like to take my time and really make something with, that comes from my heart. You gotta make it with love. When you don't,
yeah, I'm gonna make it with love, alright.
It's never good. My mom and I joke about this all the time. I'm like, when you get angry at me.
And your mom's a Virgo like me.
She is a Virgo.
Period. Shout out to mom.
She's cute. I love her. She's like my best friend, I swear.
See, that's why we're here. We're here. Okay. Night out with the girls or staying at home with your boo thing? Netflix and chill.
You mean Casper, my imaginary ghost boyfriend?
No, he's out there. We gonna find him.
You know what? The only used to be like always with the boyfriend, and then I used to be always with the girls, and now I'm like, you know, being at home or just having the girls come over at home and my boo thing. Why can't I get the best of both worlds?
Why do you have to choose, especially if you're in a relationship?
Exactly.
Like, oh, I can't, like, you shouldn't have to be hostage. You should be able to still be yourself and be respectful. And, you know, and have fun, you know? Okay, let's see. Little black dress or a two-piece daytime brunch outfit?
Little black dress.
I knew something was up with you, girl.
I look good in black.
You wear black every day.
Yeah, I could have literally came in anything today and I chose black.
We love black.
It's just, you know, I like getting dressed up. Like, I mean, brunch is fun, and I had those days where, like, we had those days that they were crazy. But now I appreciate, you know, like, I'm always going to schools and being bumming it, so it's like I get excited to like be able to go on a little dinner date and get dressed up.
Yeah, it's like something to look forward to.
Yeah, it's like, let me do my
I
hair.
hate getting dressed up, but then when I do go out, I'm like, okay, I have fun.
And then you're like, oh, who that girl in the mirror?
And I'm like, well, I want to do it again, but then I get sleepy.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
R&B music or pop?
R&B. We gotta take it slow.
Oh, child.
Mom, I'm sorry. No, I'm just kidding.
So, what R&B song would you like? Like, if a man was in the car, he was driving, he was controlling the radio. If he put on this song, you'd be like, oh yeah, you're mine.
The throwback R&Bs. Throwback R&Bs are the way to go. I mean,
which one?
My boo. Is that R&B?
My boo.
Yeah, right?
I was gonna say Usher, like nice and slow, like.
Oh. I'm not like cute. Like, I like cutesy stuff. I'm not huge, like anything like very cute.
I get straight to the freaknik. I'm just kidding.
So tell us how you really feel. Oh my God.
Let's straight. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. Do you make the first? Would you rather make the first move or the guy has to make the first move? Like, if you really like him and he's just been hearting and liking your stuff, he might comment, but he never slid in your DM. He never made like, hey, let's go out. And you're like, you know what? I'ma do the first thing because you taking too long. It's been like months, probably a year. And he just keep like everything you post, like story, like, and it's nothing.
Okay, if they're like really like liking all my stuff and I'm like digging them, then I'd be like, okay, like what's going on? I see you liking my stuff, so
I think that's a way of flirting.
I think so too, but I'm a very old-fashioned girl, I feel like, but sometimes like I appreciate somebody like reaching out, and I mean, even if it goes nowhere, like I do have a lot more respect for someone who steps up. I mean, I don't hope that doesn't come off wrong to anyone, but I just feel like, dang, like that's ballsy. Like you actually like got the courage to talk to me. Not only that, I feel like I'm a pretty like social butterfly, but when I really like someone, they make me nervous, and I feel like I don't know how to act. So if you see me nervous, it's for real. We got a problem.
You start blushing, I'll be like, girl, who is he and what he want?
No, exactly like that. No, that's exactly how it is. If I get quiet, something is up.
We're gonna do one more. Okay, it has to be a good one. It has to be a good one. Sex on the first date, or you just gonna wait till you celibate?
I'm gonna practice celibacy.
Oh, my heart.
Look, no shame.
I'm just kidding.
To each your own.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's something when you like make the other person wait or like making you wait, you're just kind of like, whew. And the heat is just getting like...
My fear is that they just doing something behind my back, while I'm sitting here being celibate and locking down and clink and holding on.
Then that person isn't for you. And it's easier said than done, but I want to believe...
like sneaky people.
I don't either. And I also feel
just
like...
tell me.
The bigger the challenge, I feel like the more... I mean, people make the argument that, like, the more you challenge them, that the more guys tend to also, like, become more obsessed with you. Now, is it true or not true? I don't know. But what I will say, if you want, like, a traditional man... I mean, I could be wrong.
I just need to go to church.
I don't know. I can't say that.
Because when I was in high school and everything, and I wasn't even sexually active, I felt like locking down was perfect. Now I feel like people don't wait. They want it then and now, and then I want it then and now because I got older and my sex drive has gotten way more stronger. But I think it is great to wait and do it the traditional way and be a lady, I guess. I'm a lady.
I can only say certain amount of things because my mom might listen to this. So, like, scratch everything else I said. What I will say, though. So, scratch what I said. I forgot. The number one reason why I say that I think you should wait is because by making them wait, you can actually see what their real intentions are. Because people who are not sexually mature will probably more than likely actually give up and want to walk away. Yeah. Versus like someone who's actually willing to wait. Now, if they're being a little sketch in the background, you know what?
Amen to that.
We can't prevent that, but we just gotta trust that we have making the right judgments.
Yes, that's a really great thinking. Sorry, I'm going to use the bathroom. Okay, Natalie, I want to thank you so much for being here for the Singer or Taken episode. It's a pleasure to have you here in this space and just being here with me. Thank you guys. And this is not the end of your night. Make sure you still drinking your wine, your little snack, your cheese and crackers, and enjoy the rest of your night. I hope everyone has a great rest of the week. Oh yeah, girl, we didn't even ding. Yeah. So next week is going to be an episode, honey. So stay tuned. We're going to be back every Wednesday. We do this every Wednesday. Make sure you follow Lexis Style _ on Instagram. And now, what's yours? What's your Instagram?
NataliaLucia.t.
Okay, so make sure you hit up her DMs. Don't be about the drama. Save it for your mama. She's going to school. She's doing her business. She's working. She's trying to build her career. And if you might be lucky. Who knows? But don't tell her I sent you because, you did.
Like, how did you hear about me?
Don't say me. But yes, guys, I love you guys. I'm Lexis Mercedes, and we are out. Peace. We did it. Yay. See, it wasn't bad.